Good morning, fifth graders. Happy Thursday. We're making it through our first week of hybrid slash remote learning with our new teachers or our adjusted teachers. I wanted to show you this problem, the chocolate chip cookie chaos. We talked about it yesterday, so we talked about it in class, so you should have a head start on it. So I want to talk about this, give you some more hints, maybe a little more advice on it. And I also wanted to tell you about the date. I wrote the date up here in the top, 3/4/21. Look at that, March 4th, 2021. I'm excited about this date because this is the last time that you will see the 1, 2, 3, and 4 all in the date on the same day in this format for like a decade, right? A long time. And also, we're kind of at the end of winter, and I thought I'd talk about that too. I have my coffee cup here. I don't know if you can see it. Yep, see it? Look at that. Little penguins, Christmas presents. I don't know, but happy winter penguins. And I'm kind of sad because winter is one of my favorite seasons, especially when there's snow. I love the hockey. I love outdoor hockey. I love the ice skating. I love going snowboarding. I love that stuff. And it's almost done. Like it is done essentially. But I mean, so I'm gonna miss it. I miss winter time when it goes away because I just love the extra stuff and sledding. Oh, sledding, snowball fights. I mean, there's so much fun stuff you can do in winter if you have snow and cold. And we don't have that now. It's like 60 degrees today. I mean, what the heck? But in any case, I guess it is March. But March 4th, 21. In any case, I want to talk about the problem. So, as we talked about yesterday, there was a part of this problem right here where they talked about making chocolate chip cookies for the entire grade level, right? All the kids in the junior class. And this is all the students right here, right? That's it. All the students they want to make the cookies for 25, 26, 23, 24, 22. And we said that's about 25 per class, right? And there's five classes. And we also found out some more information what's in the recipe. So over here, let's change the color to light blue. Over here, we have the amounts that, whoa, that's a mess. We have the amounts that it takes to make all of the ingredients, how many ingredients you need for one batch, right? So all of this over here is one batch. I don't have my little pen, so it takes me a while to write. Wow, it's going to be really hard. Now I know, I remember how bad it was when we first started working with whiteboard and when I was trying to write with a mouse. And now you know why I bought that little pen thing, right? Wow, that's terrible. Okay, that says batch, by the way, one batch. So I wanted to point this out. Over here, the recipe they found makes enough for chocolate chip cookies of 7 centimeters diameter for 16 people. Now, this is a little misleading. The diameter thing is the distance across, right? That's like the distance from here to there is a diameter. And they said that that's 7 centimeters. So they're just giving you another number. But remember, we talked about this yesterday. Sometimes they give you numbers that you don't need. Like, nowhere else in this problem do they mention the size of an actual cookie, not a single time. So they've given us information up here that we actually don't need. Like, I don't care how big the cookies are because you never ask me about it again. I just know that I'm making cookies for everybody, right? So how big it is, the 7 centimeter diameter, doesn't matter. So you can almost like wipe that out, like take it away. It's just something to kind of throw you off. It's more information, but it's not necessary. So what they're asking you to do is say they want to know how many batches, how many groups of cookies can they make, right? So that they match up with the number of students in the junior class, right? So what we need to do is say, well, I know that a batch of cookies is enough for 16 people, right? So therefore, what I have to do is find out how many people do I have? And that's this right here. How many people do I have, right? And then I say, well, if I know one batch makes 16, enough for 16 people, I've got to do some division to find out how to group those, how to basically break up that total number of people into groups of this many per batch, right? So, or how many batches will it take to make that many cookies? That's what I need to find out. So you're looking at kind of division for part A. So addition, maybe and then division to figure out how many batches. Now, what usually happens, and you guys know, we've done a lot of long division this year with decimals, right? We've done it with remainders. We've done it with finishing, like the full thing. We know how to do long division now. You can long divide this. You're going to be dividing by 16. And I guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee. I think in this problem you're going to end up with a decimal answer. It won't come out perfectly. Like, what are the chances that the number of students matches perfectly the number of batches? The chances are very slim. So therefore, my assumption is that you're going to have a certain amount of batches and then a little more that you need to make. And what that means is you need to make full batches. Like you're going to make a full batch. You're not going to make like a quarter batch or a third of a batch or a half of a batch. You're going to make the full batch. So that means you're going to have extra cookies. And that's where we get into part B. They decide the whole number of batches. They decide to make a whole number of batches, which of course you would, right? Of course, everybody wants extra cookies anyway. And then, so you can give one to the teacher and all of that. That's what they say. All right. So, what quantity? Quantity? How much of each ingredient in the recipe will they need? Well, that's where you need to say, okay, second step of this whole problem, and it's kind of a big step. The second step is how do you take all of these ingredients and find out how much you need to make so many batches. Let's say you're making 5 batches. Well, you've got to multiply then every one of these ingredients so you have enough by 5, right? And that means some of them are fractions like these, some of them are mixed numbers. They all got different types like cups or teaspoons or grams or eggs. So you have to find out. I want you to have a list then showing me how much of each ingredient do you need to get through this entire to make enough for your whole class. And like I said, if you're taking on this project like Chip and Charlene are, big, big, big deal, right? Chip, I love that. Chocolate chip, Chip's making chocolate chip cookies, right? Of course he is. All right. Now, that's about it. I want you to work on that today. You're going to have some time to work on it tomorrow. Dr. James and Miss Erickson can help you with this, right? They're going to help you walk through it. And I also wanted to tell you, remember that whole thing I told you about the date, 3/4/21 being a special day and it only happens every 10 years? I totally made that up. I totally made that up. Not true at all. See if you can figure out the next time you're going to have a 1, 2, and a 3 and a 4 in the date. And maybe the next 2 times. See if you can find the next 2. When's the next one? And when's the one after that? I think it'll be kind of interesting to see who can come up with that first. One of the next 2 times that you can have 1, 2, 3, and 4 in a date in that kind of format. All right. It doesn't matter what order. I'm just kind of throwing it out there. But anyway, I just make stuff up and then see if anybody catches me on it. Did you catch me? I don't know if anybody caught me on that one. Let your teacher know if you caught me on that lie. All right. Not a lie, just a misinformation. That was misinformation. And then I corrected it, of course. All right. Hope you guys are well. Have a great day. It was awesome seeing all of you yesterday, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again next Wednesday. And maybe some of you I'll see in the hallway today. All right. Bye everybody. Bye everybody.